Okay, quick review of radicals. So when we're simplifying radicals, depending on the type of root that we have, we're looking for that pair. So in this case, we're looking for a square root, so we're going to look for pairs of 2. Okay, so we got 27, so 9 and 3, and then 3 and 3. So you got a pair of 3, so 1 3 will come out. That's from this one. And then 1 gets left over, so it's going to stay inside the radical. We read this as 3 root 3, or 3 radical 3. Now if you've got a number on the outside, you're still going to simplify the same way you did before. So 5 and 4, 2 and 2. So a 2 will come out, the 5 will stay in, and then you'll bring this 3 down and you'll multiply it with that 2 because this 3 is being multiplied to the root. So we still want to keep that multiplication in there. So final answer is going to be 6 radical 5. Okay, number 3, when we're adding or subtracting radicals, all you do is act like it was variables. Okay, if it was 3x minus 10x, you're going to call this negative 7x. Well, if it's 3 radical 5 minus 10 radical 5, you're going to call it negative 7 radical 5. Nothing inside the root changes, okay? Even if it's addition, if this was 3 radical 5 plus 10 radical 5, it is not 13 radical 10. It's still 13 radical 5. Nothing changes inside the root, okay? When you multiply ones, okay, notice this is not foiling, even though it has parentheses, it's not foiling because there's no addition and subtraction. It is one term, it's a monomial in each one. So you're going to multiply the numbers on the outside. 2 times 4 is 8, and then 3 times 5 is 15. And you always want to see if you can simplify the root. In this case, you can. Okie dokie. Moving on, here we go. Numbers with variables. Simplify the number the same way you would. 24, 6 and 4, 2 and 2. So this is 2 on the outside, 6 is on the inside. Okay, now we've got the variables. You got x to the 5th. And I'm just going to write this out so we can all kind of see it in our own way. If I have 5 x's, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to circle pairs of 2 just like I do with the numbers. I've got 1, 2. So that means 2 x's are going to come out and there's 1 left over here. Same thing with the y's. I have 6 of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Exactly 3 pairs of y's, no leftovers. So there's your answer. The short way that you can do this is that people see like, oh, 5 divided by 2 is 4 with 1 left over. So 2 goes into 5 twice with 1 left over. So that's why it's x to the 2nd with 1 x left over. And same thing with y to the 6th. 2 goes into 6 3 times, so y to the 3rd with no leftovers. That's why there's no y inside. Okay, just 2 different ways to look at it. So now, if I have fraction exponents, the top and the bottom mean 2 different things. The bottom means the type of root. So if this was a 3, this would be a cube root. If it was a 2, it would just be a square root. Okay, 4, 4th root, and so on. Okay, it will never be a 1 because there's no such thing. So the bottom number is the type of root. The top number is going to be the exponent. How many times you're doing that quantity. So let's take a look at this example here. So in number 6, I have a 1 over 2. So again, this is telling me that I'm going to do a square root. So I'm going to do the square root of 4. This 1 tells me the exponent 1 time. So the square root of 4 is 2. The 2 1 time just equals 2. Okay, let's get a little bit trickier here. In 7, I've got the 3 on the bottom. This tells me I'm going to do the cube root. And the 2 tells me I'm going to do this twice. So I have 9x to the 4th, y to the 5th. And I'm going to cube root this. And then I'm going to square it. Now you can do the squared first, or you can cube root it first. It does not matter. Honestly, at this point, I don't think there's one easier way. I'm going to go ahead and square it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and square the 9, square the x to the 4th, and square to the y to the 5th. So this is going to be 81, x to the 8th, y to the 10th. Now I'm going to cube root it. So looking for groups of 3. So there's going to be one group of 3. 3 goes into 8 twice with 1 left over. I'm sorry, with 2 left over. And then 3 goes into 10 3 times with 1 left over. And there's your answer. Okay, so bottom number tells you root, top number tells you exponent, how many times you do something.